Hey, what's up, people? So it's not too awesome. How you doing? Hope you're all good. Doing on what? And yes, wow, yes, you're probably wondering. Finally, yes, I have got around to finally doing, yes, a TNA review. Finally, and don't worry that the one from last week's is also coming, and the one from this week is also coming in either today or tomorrow. Wow, basically, well, so let's get into the show. I finally got to watch it all because I've been so busy lately. All right, basically, the show starts off. We were in New York for this show, basically, and Kurt Angle came out and started saying how New York City is the best wrestling show of like the year or something like that. Then Taz came out and did an insane promo, started talking about how he was a part of some of that revolutionized professional wrestling, which was ECW, and yes, a lot of ECW chants, which was cool. And then basically, yeah, Tommy Dreamer and Bully Ray eventually came out, and they started saying how they want to put Dixie for a table and everything, and then EC3 and Rhino came out. It was actually quite funny because the fans were trying to use Sold Out. There's a You Can't Wrestle. It was quite funny with EC3 because he was so trolly. He was like, no, I disagrry. No, I can. Like every time they said you can wrestle, that was funny. Alright, well basically they ended up attacking each other. The match ended up starting after a commercial, and at EC3 and Rhino won to keep, and that makes sense that, keeping heat on EC3 and that, who is a good troll, so I'm liking where that's going with Bully Ray and that at the moment. So okay, the next segment was Kurt Angle and Austin Aries. They were backstage, basically Aries was ready for to have a match basically, and Angle told him it was going to be an X Division match with an 8-man Battle Royal Gauntlet match, which wow. And basically Angle was showing like how he's a fan of Aries and everything, which was cool because I'm a big fan of Aries too. James Storm, and Sonata had a segment backstage. James Storm was healing it up. He was basically saying if you're going to continue being and continue listening to your mentor, the Great Muda, you're gonna end up a loser, basically. And basically that's when that segment ended. And then we went to the X Division 8-man Battle Royal Gauntlet match. It was really, really great and incredible wrestling. Loads of great, the Wolves were involved. Austin Aries, Sonata. It was just great. And then we had basically Austin Aries versus Sonata. Austin Aries ended up going over. He won the match. He retained his title, and they shook hands right at the end of it. Then we go to another segment: Bobby Roode and Eric Young. It was funny, as usual. How because Bobby Roode's so intense. He gets you pumped up for things, and they're basically talking about how they're going to beat up MVP and finally get back on him. Then the next segment, James Storm basically confronts Sonata and attacks him, basically saying he's a loser and everything, just like the Great Muda, who's a fraud and all this. And I'm liking where this is going because this is really a good way to build, Sonata as a face and everything. So that's really good. Then we had, basically right after that we have Jeff Hardy, who's basically, cut a promo basically of him getting ready for his big match tonight. Then after that, MVP, Kenny King promo, they came out and they were basically saying how they basically, this is outrageous how he has to fight with one leg, but he's going to do it anyway. They were healing up on the crowd. Bobby Roode and Eric Young, they had their match. MVP kept obviously escaping. It was mostly Kenny King versus Bobby Roode and Eric Young the whole time. And then the match ended in a DQ finish when, oh wow, MVP hit Bobby Roode with one of his crutches. Then apparently it was confirmed that next week the Great Muda will respond to James Storm because of the events of what's been happening lately. So I can't wait to see where that goes. It's going to help build Sonata. Plus, I really fully respect the Great Muda, one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. So it's great to see him working with TNA. Brittany and Madison had a match, and Madison went over. Dixie Carter, Dixie Carter did her usual boring promo, as usual. She's so boring. After, you see Aries backstage, Angle and him talk, and basically saying how Angle apparently is going to make indeed soon a decision that's going to change TNA forever. We'll see about that. Main event between Jeff Hardy and Bobby Lashley. Jeff Hardy, oh my god, is, full respect to Jeff Hardy, but Bobby Lashley went over with a 6 spear, Then Kurt Angle and Dixie Carter had a quick segment backstage because she was going to go out and like talk to, to the fans and everything. Bobby Roode, and it was confirmed that Bobby Roode and MVP will have a last man standing match next week made by Kurt Angle. Dixie Carter ended up coming, and the last one of them all, Dixie Carter segment with EC3 in that, and Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer came out. They were about to put her for a table, but EC3 the Troll ended up low blowing Bully Ray. But then Devon Dudley came out, and they did their usual Dudley Boys thing, which was awesome to say. I was a fan of the Dudley Boys back in the day, and Dixie Carter was just crying at the end. So, gotta admit, great show. Loads of good wrestling. Really entertained. And TNA, yep, going in a great direction. So, very happy with this show. And also now, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I have seen the shows that have just happened, so I will review them. But TNA, going in a very good direction. So, yeah, leave a like and comment for your opinions. Subscribe for more videos. And as usual, if you want to follow me on Twitter, Survivor7. If you want to follow me on Instagram, Demon Yid. I'll be back for more, guys. Bye, guys. I'm really awesome.